Good morning. Yeah. Oh, wow. It's a beautiful day. Looks like it's only going to get better. I've been noticing something very interesting coming from south of the border. Way down in deepest, darkest America, especially in those parts where we can honestly say it's the Bible Belt. So-called conservative Christians, which incidentally is an oxymoron if you actually read any of the words attributed to Jesus. Yeah. But conservative Christians are introducing all kinds of batshit crazy laws to go after trans people and people who are, quote, gender non-conforming. Basically, the extreme right is trying to create a universal standard of manhood that really revolves around, dare I say it, performative masculinity, where being a real man is not something you are, it is something you buy, and it is something you present as. It's all about putting on the big show, and it really is a manhood test that is being set up by people who themselves would fail that test, but who are so desperately terrified of being identified as, quote, sissies, that they just can't think. They can't think, or they won't think. But in any case, their fear of being labeled a sissy has led them to create laws that are basically imposing a manhood test upon everybody. And it is performative masculinity. Masculinity as theater, masculinity as display, masculinity that is based on the idea that if you just roll a bunch of Hollywood action hero tropes together, you can create a real man. And yeah, everything from solving all of one's problems with one's fists or with one's guns, to treating women like objects to be used, to beating up anybody who's different than yourself. Yeah. Yeah. I have to say, it's more than a little bit disturbing what these people are doing, not only to everybody around themselves, but also to themselves, because they're setting themselves up to fail. And they're setting themselves up to, as I said, be exposed. If you don't own an Armalite toy, you're not a real man. If you don't own a jacked up pickup truck with truck nuts under it, you're not a real man. If you don't own a Confederate flag, you're not a real man. Yeah. If you don't beat up your wife or girlfriend regularly, you're not a real man. Yeah, and if you don't go to an evangelical fundamentalist church every Sunday, you're again not a real man. And of course, if you don't listen to New Country or really badly contrived pop rock, you're again not a real man. Yeah. Manhood tests. Any display of intellect, any display of nurturing, any display of compassion, humility, humanity, etc. These are all proof that one is not a real man. And of course, being trans or gay is again not a real man. Yeah. At what point do these people actually stop and think about the consequences of this kind of bizarre legislation? My guess is right about never. Yeah. So that's my morning. How's yours?